welcome to Garrard McClendon Live. Michael Jackson dead at the age of 50 years old. We're in mourning as the pride of Gary, Indiana takes a final bow and leaves the stage. Call us now with your thoughts on Michael Jackson's death. 630-575-TALK is the number. Tell me your thoughts about this terrible day in music history. Michael Joseph Jackson, the lead singer of the world-renowned children's act, the Jackson 5, has passed away. Currently, we realize that Michael Jackson was born August 29, 1958. Today, of course, is June 2009. He's an American recording artist, entertainer, and business person. He has passed away today due to complications of cardiac arrest. 630-575-TALK is the number. 630-575-TALK. Many of you know Michael Jackson from his history with his brothers, the Jackson 5, Marlon, Tito, Jack, Jermaine, Michael. It's just really a sad day. There's some footage there of former mayor of Gary, Indiana, Scott King, giving the city key to Michael Jackson getting a tribute from former mayor Scott King when he visited Gary, Indiana a few years ago. The pictures you're seeing right live outside of UCLA Medical Center. It's from KCBS and KCAL. There seems to be quite a crowd gathering. Michael Joseph Jackson, the pop singer, is dead today of complications due to cardiac arrest. 630-575-TALK is the number if you want to discuss the career of Michael Jackson, his music, of course, in the Jackson 5. Many of you know that he broke away from his brothers and had a solo career with the album Off the Wall, which had huge hits on it, late 70s, early 80s. And then he went on to collaborate with Quincy Jones and Rod Temperton for the blockbuster album Thriller, which everyone knows of, such hits as PYT, Beat It, Billie Jean, etc. Let's go to my first call. Judy, you're on the air. Thanks for calling Garrard McClendon Live on this sad day. Judy, what's your comment?
My comment, I just want to let the Jackson family know that my heart goes out to them. I was a big fan of Michael Jackson and a fan of his music. He was a great artist, and my family just wants to give condolences to the Jackson family, and rest in peace, Mike.
You know, Judy, what did the Jackson 5's music mean to you?
Well, I grew up listening to Michael. In fact, I had a big crush on Michael when I was young, as I'm sure all of us did. The young ladies, Michael was so handsome.
Yeah.
And he might do it for, humanity, and he was out there reaching out to us through his music, and I just loved Michael, and, I'm going to really miss Michael, and I'm sure all of Chicago is going to miss Michael, and I just want the Jackson family to know that my heart is with them.
Yeah, that's a great phone call. Judy, thank you so much for calling Garrard McClendon Live on this day. Michael Joseph Jackson, has passed away due to complications of a heart attack. Michael Jackson, of course, from the famous Jackson 5 family, a very large family, born and raised in Gary, Indiana. His father was a steel worker, and we're trying to get through this. I'm very emotional tonight on GML because the Jackson 5's music, as well as Michael Jackson's music, has meant so much to me. Hey, we all grew up on it. Amazing talent, amazing dancers. Just an amazing family. I'm going to go to another phone call here. Jay, thanks for calling GML. Jay, what is your comment?
Well, all I have to say is I grew up listening to Michael Jackson. I'm only 20 years old, but Michael Jackson was one of those individuals whose music touched you regardless of what you were going through. And I give my condolences and my prayers out to his family, and I'm so hurt. Like, I can't even believe it. Like, it's amazing to me. It's first Farrah Fawcett and now this all on the same day. This is crazy to me.
Yeah, truly. Thank you so much for the day. We appreciate you. Let me go to Latrice next. Latrice, thanks for calling GML. What's your comment? Letitia, thanks for calling GML. What's your comment?
I just wanted to pay my condolences to the Jackson family, and just saying that I will be missing Michael Jackson as a pop star. He was one of the greatest, distinctive voice, great music all the time, every album. Honestly, I was expecting Michael to come out with a new album after this latest that he was going to do, and this was just totally unexpected with the way that he performs and, you know, just his strength and all, with all that the public side trying to send him through and everything, just his strength within itself.
Yeah, you know,
This was
Letitia,
totally unexpected.
you said something earlier there, Letitia. Michael Jackson having a distinctive voice. Explain that for me, because this is a very interesting comment you just made.
Because I love Michael Jackson. And when I hear his voice, I don't care what the sound is, the music he's singing to, I know it's Mike. And I'm like, hey, that's a new one by Mike. Let me listen in and see what he's thinking about.
Yes, Letitia, I appreciate that. Thanks for calling GML. You know what? That last caller brings up something very, very important, because there's so many singers out there that sound like other singers. But the minute you hear Michael Jackson, whether it was Michael Jackson as a child, as a teenager, as a grown man, you knew that it was Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson dead today at the age of 50. We can go through a little bit of his biography, early life with the Jacksons. We're looking at his move to Epic Records between 1975 and 1981. Of course, we mentioned the album Off the Wall, which had mega smashes on it. And then he comes out with Thriller in the early 80s. Motown 25, many of you saw that series where he did 2 of his songs on the show with his brothers. The We Are the World campaign with Lionel Richie was in the mid-'80s as well. Let me go to Cindy next. Cynthia, thanks for calling Garrard McClendon Live. What's your comment?
Hi, Garrard. I was just calling to give my condolences to the family. And even though Michael is dead, they can know that everybody, he was the par excellence in music. Everybody wanted to be Mike. They were children. The Osmonds wanted to be the Jacksons. When he was growing up, you know, people wanted to be him. Now you have the singers like Neo, people of all races and everything wanted to be like Mike.
Yes, you are so right. Thank you.
So I sincerely give my condolences to the family. It's truly a loss for the world, not just the United States, for the world.
Wow, that's a great phone call. Thank you so much for calling GML. Let me go to the next. We're looking at pictures outside of UCLA Medical Center. It looks as if they're having a vigil of sorts for Michael Jackson, who has passed away today due to complications of heart failure. Danetta, thanks for calling GML. What's your comment?
I'm down. Hello, how you doing?
Pretty good.
All right, I'm just concerned about Michael. I love Michael Jackson. I've been loving Michael Jackson for years. I am 37 years old, and I've been listening to him for years. I remember when he got burnt, a commercial crashed. I had the dial. I had everything. I love Michael Jackson. Turn me down.
Yeah. Danetta, thank you so much for your call. We appreciate you. Right now, we're looking at pictures from the Gary, Indiana home of Michael Jackson. I believe his uncle or cousins live in that home right now. 2300 Jackson Street. The Jackson 5 did a song paying homage to their early roots in Gary, Indiana. It's a possibility that Gary, Indiana may start building monuments to the Jackson 5 and the Jackson family. We'll see what happens. Michael Joseph Jackson, pop star, dead at the age of 50 today. Stay with us on Garrard McClendon Live. Give me a call, 630-575-TALK. Let me hear your thoughts about Michael Jackson, dead today. We'll be back shortly. Not too much script, man. I think it's pretty much ad-lib. Yeah. Yep. Got the news so late, so we scrapped the other show. Um, Chastity Turner, the girl that got shot in the drive-by the other day.
I heard about that.
And then Jada Justice. It looks like they may have found the remains.
Yeah.
Okay.
No resolution there.
Okay.
It's devastating. It's definitely like completely caught off guard. Um, I've been hearing rumors about suicide.
We got sound phone beat, music on.
It's devastating. It's definitely like completely caught everyone off guard. I've been hearing rumors about suicide too and heart attacks. You don't really know what happened, and he's got little children, so that's really sad. And then, I mean, I was excited for his comeback tour and really excited for him to get back on track. So it's really just sad. I think a lot of people grew up with him. So it was like one of people's first albums. I remember dancing to his music as a child, and it's just definitely shocking news.
Welcome back to Garrard McClendon Live Special Edition. Jackson has passed away due to complications of cardiac arrest. We're looking at a shot of Gary, Indiana, the original home that the Jacksons grew up in at 2300 Jackson Street. It's a small home, a small white home with siding. You can drive by that home. It's quite interesting in the summertime at 2300 Jackson Street because people from all the world come to that house. There's someone putting something on the door right now, basically paying honor to Michael Joseph Jackson. The pop star has passed away today in Los Angeles. We're looking at pictures of 2300 Jackson Street, where relatives of the Jackson family still live. That's a shot from Gary, Indiana. Michael Jackson has passed away today. Of course, people know of Michael. He's had illnesses throughout the years. He's had plastic surgery. He's also had some emotional complications and some legal issues. However, we remember him most for the great music that came out of Gary, Indiana, and Detroit, Michigan, and of course the Jackson family moving to California after that. We're going to go through the discography here shortly, but more phone calls. I've got, we have Reverend Garrett up. Reverend Garrett, thanks for calling Garrard McClendon Live. What's your comment?
Yes, I remember when I was working at this company called GATX, and they were selling, somebody had tickets for the Michael Jackson's Victory Tour, and for $50, and I just got paid, and I ran and got those tickets. Me and my cousin, Brother Ware, we went to the concert, and boy, did I enjoy that performance. It was so magnificent. And I want to let you know that I am going to miss Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And I used to keep all his albums, and I even bought a glitter glove at the concert.
Yes, sir. You know, Reverend Garrett, thank you so much for calling. Where did you see the Victory Tour?
I think it was Soldiers Field.
Okay.
I think it was Soldiers Field.
Yes, appreciate that. Thank you so much for calling Garrard McClendon Live. We're going to show another shot here at the University of California, Los Angeles, the UCLA Medical Center. They're basically holding a vigil. Michael Jackson, the pop star, is dead, and people are gathering around in Los Angeles. You know, if you go through the discography of the Jackson 5. You got to Be There in 1972, Ben in 1972 as well, Mutiny 1973, Forever Michael 1975, and then of course 1979, Off the Wall. We'll get through the rest of the discography after the break. Michael Joseph Jackson, pop star, dead today at the age of 50. Give me a call, 630-575-TALK. Garrard McClendon Live continues in a moment. Okay. 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 This is excellent stuff, man. Okay. Okay. Welcome back to Garrard McClendon Live. Michael has passed away today due to complications of heart failure. It's a sad day in American history. It's a sad day in the world, especially the music world. On the line right now, we have a very, very popular disc jockey, one of the mix masters of the Chicagoland area. It's the Diz. The Diz, how are you today?
Wow, that was an incredible ride. I appreciate that.
You know what? Let me tell you, let me give it to you straight here. I'm very sad right now, but you know what, Diz? I've been listening to you spin records for quite some time now, and I want to first say that I've been impressed by the talent that you have. What does this day mean to you, Diz?
You know, it's really sad because I was just having a discussion with my listeners right here on Soul 106.3, and I was talking about how Jackson, this really hurts because I feel like Michael Jackson is one of mine. Like when I was in high school, when I was going to prom, Michael Jackson was the man. I mean, I was discussing with my listeners about, I remember when they world premiered Thriller. I mean, nobody was on the street when that happened.
Yeah.
And, you know, I remember people buying the Michael Jackson jacket back then. I remember the buttons we used to wear. We used to go to the skating rinks and just the whole infatuation and how big he was back then. You know, it's just really.
You know, Diz, an innovator. I mean, when Michael Jackson came out with something, no one else had ever done that before. And then you started to see the imitators try to copy it afterwards.
Right. I mean, definitely. I mean, he definitely set a lot of trends. He definitely took music as a whole to another level, not just urban music, but pop music as well. Yeah. He crossed color lines. Not only was his fan base African-American, but it was Caucasian, it was Hispanic, it was white. Yeah. Just that alone just made him the icon that, you know, that he is.
You know, I remember being, I won't say how old I was, but I remember when MTV first came on cable back in the day, in the early 80s, and Michael Jackson had all of these videos on MTV. It was unbelievable. What did the video, how did Michael Jackson shape the video industry and the music industry?
Oh, yeah, I mean, he basically revolutionized it. I mean, that Thriller alone went from a video to basically a mini movie. and he kind of changed the way videos were looked at. I mean, they became major productions. I mean, you look at the choreography, you look at the storylines, you look at the people involved, how many people it took to put together this video. I mean, when Michael Jackson did something, he made sure he lived up to his billing. I mean, being the big icon that he was, when he did something, it was big. And we're not only talking about a Thriller video or a Moonwalker, but even, you know, something as simple as Time, when he featured Eddie Murphy and so many African-American stars. Magic Johnson was in that video as well. Right. I mean, he definitely set the standard.
That's right. Soul 106, Disc Jockey. The Diz is on the line with us right now. We're showing clips, Diz, from UCLA Medical Center. They're basically holding a vigil to Michael Jackson there, as well as in Gary, Indiana. They've gathered around 2300 Jackson Street. You know, favorite Michael Jackson songs, man. Now, I know that's a tough question for a DJ, but talk to me. Give me 3.
That's not tough. Favorite Michael Jackson song, number 1, Human Nature.
Woo!
Absolutely love Human Nature.
Yeah.
I can listen to Human Nature 100 times. I just like it for the song. Yeah. Number 2 would have to be Rock With You by Michael Jackson. I remember buying the 45 from Sears. I don't know, I could have been 12 years old maybe when I bought that. And then probably number 3 would have to be Beat It. Yeah. I remember back in the days I used to ride a BMX bike, and I used to get charged up before I pop a wheelie down the street. And not only did I like Beat It, but it's also a favorite of my 3-year-old daughter, Kaden. So
you know, that's interesting that you Rock With You, because I believe that was on the Off the Wall album.
Correct.
And what's interesting, that was the album where he wore like the tuxedo and the bright white sparkly socks. And what was interesting about that album was people thought Michael was crazy. They said, why is he leaving his brothers? Why is he doing a solo project? You know, he's going to Epic Records. His career will be over. That man, when that record came out, he metamorphosized into this superstar.
Right.
You know, let's talk about Billie Jean, though, and PYT, Diz. Come on.
That's funny. I'm actually playing PYT on the air right now. So, you know, that's always been a favorite. But, you know, here's something else I was discussing with my listeners, and it was funny because I just brought this up earlier this week. I was talking about how many urban movies don't get no play on television, and I brought up The Wiz. And I was like, I think more young people should see The Wiz because it shows Jackson in a light that most people aren't used to seeing him. Yeah. Michael Jackson had so much fun in that movie. His dancing, his energy was unbelievable. Yeah. And a lot of people just remember Michael Jackson from the clips they've seen on the news recently and the stuff that he's been involved in. So, and then lo and behold, this incident happened. So, hey, if you see The Wiz in the video store, go rent it, y'all. It's some of the best Michael Jackson footage ever.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Diz, I'm not going to keep you much longer, man. Hey, it seems as if urban radio is going to get a lot of play for the next few weeks, if not months. And I know you're going to be playing a lot of Michael Jackson, man, in the upcoming days.
I'm playing a lot of Michael Jackson, a lot of Michael Jackson history as well. It's one thing to play the records. It's another thing to understand the concepts and to talk the history and actually get into how, you know, Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones' head. So it's going to be a very interesting couple days.
One of my favorite DJs, Victor the Diz. Hey, if you're at a nightclub and you hear him spinning, trust me, if you try to leave at 1 or 2 in the morning, it's not going to happen because the Diz plays the right tunes. The Diz, thanks for being on Garrard McClendon Live, my friend.
Hey, man, it's house. You know how I do. Chicago forever.
Yes, sir. Hey, take care now. All right, God bless you. Michael Jackson has passed away today in Los Angeles, 50 years old, complications of heart failure. We mourn the death of the king, Michael Jackson. We'll be back shortly with more Garrard McClendon Live. I got Lisa and Montel. Okay. 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 Why didn't this? What do I have to do? Do I have to click receive or something? You gotta be kidding me. Okay, okay. Welcome back to Live, where we're looking at footage from live picture of UCLA Medical Center. They're gathering around because Michael Jackson has passed away. They're holding vigils. People are in disbelief, and it's a day of mourning. Welcome back to Garrard McClendon Live. Michael Jackson is dead at the age of 50. I'm going to take some more phone calls here shortly. I'm a little discombobulated. I'm a little confused because I've been thinking about the day when such influential people pass away. Farrah Fawcett earlier today, Michael Jackson later in the day. It's just a frustrating feeling when luminaries pass away. Of course, it hurts as well to lose a family member, a close family member, but it always seems as if there's somewhat of an immortality attached to someone who may be a superstar. So the death of Michael Jackson today is a terrible day. Stay with us for more Garrard McClendon Live as we have a special edition. Michael Jackson dead at the age of 50. Who's the defender person? It's Earl. Earl Calloway. Is Earl currently with the defender? Okay. I've got Lisa and Montel. Okay. 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 Lisa and Montel. Welcome to Garrard McClendon Live as we count the day when Michael Joseph Jackson has passed away. Michael Jackson, pop star, dead at the age of 50. Taking your phone calls tonight at 630-575-TALK. Of course, Michael had several siblings in his family. Michael Jackson, born and raised Gary, Indiana. later recorded with Steeltown Records, performed the song Big Boy in 1967, went on to Motown fame with his brothers. Michael Jackson, dead at the age of 50. We want to go to phone calls. Let's go to Lisa first. Lisa, thanks for calling GML. What's your comment, Lisa?
Hi, Gerard. This is Lisa. How you doing?
Pretty good. Thanks for holding.
No problem. I was calling because it was kind of sad because I was on my way taking my daughter to work, and they was playing all of his music, and I'm like, is it his birthday today? And I'm like, oh, my God, Michael Jackson died, because my daughter called me and told me. And this is real. And then the comment that you made before commercial about how it seems like, you know, when a personal life die, it's sad, but when a superstar die, it's the same. You know, because I really feel sad that he died, and I didn't even really know him personally.
Yeah. Yeah, Lisa, talk to me. Give me a favorite Michael Jackson song.
I like, what's that song? Oh, my God. I like them all, but Lady, Your Mind, is that how it goes? I love that song.
Yeah.
I sing it if I can remember how it goes, but any song that he sing, I love.
Baby Be Mine or Lady in My Life?
Lady in My Life.
There we go.
That is the cut.
There we go.
I love that song.
Hey, Lisa, thanks for calling Garrard McClendon Live. We appreciate you. It's a sad day today. We're mourning the death of Michael Jackson, pop star, born, raised, Gary, Indiana. Showing some pictures earlier from 2300 Jackson Street, and this footage that you're looking at right now is from UCLA Medical Center. Outside, they're having a vigil. Michael Joseph Jackson was pronounced dead today due to complications of cardiac arrest. Let me go to Montel. Montel, thanks for holding. Thanks for calling Garrard McClendon Live. What's your comment?
Yes, my comment is that I'm just mourning right now of the death of Michael Jackson, and even though I'm not that old, 15, I have listened to a lot of his music, you know, back in the day when my mother used to sit up and put on his old tapes when he was a kid and things, and I just walked in and I thought he was hospitalized, but then again, turned out he was dead, and I was just sad, so just sending my condolences out to the family.
Yeah, thank you so much for your call, Montel, and thanks for holding. We appreciate you. Michael Joseph Jackson, dead at the age of 50. You know, very few pop stars can last through different forms of media. Michael Jackson survived what? The record, the album, the tape, set, the CD, the MP3. That's called longevity, ladies and gentlemen. A distinctive voice has passed away. Let's go to Marianne next. Marianne, thanks for calling GML. What's your comment?
Hi, Gerard. I just want to say, number one, thank you for having this hour-long program, because I really wanted to talk to somebody about it. As before I left work, I heard that he had gone to the hospital. Then later I heard that he had died.
Yeah.
So as I was walking along the lake, you know, I just had to tell people that there. And it was, and now that I'm thinking about it, you know, someone said cross races. I mean, there were old people, Hispanic, Asian. I was telling them Michael Jackson died, and they were all like, what?
Yeah.
You know, but I remember ABC. I was a preteen when he started. ABC, when my daughter was born, I used to sing Got to Be There for her. Oh, that was my song for my baby. Now they're older. It was mandatory that they watch this and any program, the Jackson movie, mandatory every time it comes on, because Michael can dance.
Yeah. Wow. Marianne, thanks for the call.
Thank you, Gerard.
We appreciate you. You know, Michael Joseph Jackson, dead at the age of 50 today. It's a sad day in the music world. He was supposed to begin a tour in July of this year. Many of you know him from his earlier hits, but we're watching. He's there on stage with Slash playing the guitar right there. And, you know, there are stars and there are superstars, and the video that you're witnessing right now, that's a superstar. It doesn't get any better than that. You know, who can wear a white shirt better? Who can wear shin guards and white socks while on stage? No one, only Michael Jackson. And it just shows you that, yes, you can be a singer, you can be a star, but then there's the superstar, the luminary, Jackson, king of pop. I want to stay on the phones, but I do want to go back and look at some history here. Many of you may remember such chart toppers as I Want You Back, ABC, The Love You Save, as well as I'll Be There. You know, these were huge hits, and they were mere children at the time. Of course, the older brothers were in high school, but Michael and Marlon were very young at that time. Let me go to Maisha next. Maisha, thanks for calling Garrard McClendon Live. What's your comment? Hi.
I just want to send my condolences out to the Jackson family from my family. I just want to say Michael Jackson has always been in our household. Every party we have, my mom going to do the dance machine. The whole family requests for her to do the dance machine. My little brother been watching Michael Jackson concerts on TV since he was 5. He is 7. He go in his room, shut the door, and he going to watch the Michael Jackson concert. He loved him more than we did. And I'm 27 years old. Michael Jackson concert, every picnic, barbecue we have at the house, the whole family gather around, watch the Michael Jackson concert. So Mike has always been in our house, but not physically, but we always had Michael Jackson here, and it's just a terrible loss. It's like the whole family's just quiet, just watching TV, in shock, crying, holding each other, hugging each other. It just felt like one of our family members just passed away.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for your call, Maisha. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Michael Jackson, dead at the age of 50. We're looking at video footage, live footage outside UCLA Medical Center. Michael Jackson was pronounced dead today. King of pop. Many of you know that Michael had several brothers and sisters who helped him throughout his career. 8 in total: Rebe, Jackie, Tito, also known as Toriano, Jermaine, Latoya, Marlon, Randy, and the baby of the family, Miss Janet Jackson. You know, we're going to go to a break right now as I get emotional. Michael Joseph's passed away. He's left the building. He's left the stage. He's taken his final bow today. Thanks for watching Garrard McClendon Live. Stay with us. After the break, we'll talk more about the death of Michael Jackson. Garrard McClendon Live continues 2 minutes. I got Dominic. Yeah. Okay. You said family? Crowds gathering. You see it? Okay. 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 Outside of the UCLA Medical Center, Michael Jackson has passed away due to complications of cardiac arrest. There's a media circus. As you can see, trucks from television stations gathering, as well as plenty of people holding a vigil and thinking about arguably the greatest pop star in the world, Jackson, dead at the age of 50. Welcome back to Garrard McClendon Live as we discuss Michael Jackson's life tonight and the tragedy that occurred earlier today with his loss. As I was talking about the discography earlier, Got to Be There broke in 1972. Prior to that, though, there's a gentleman by the name of Gordon Keith who recorded the first Jackson 5 recording with Steeltown Records, Gary, Indiana, song Big Boy. Ben, 1972, Music and Me, 73. Forever Michael, 75. Off the Wall, 1979. Thriller, 1982, which is probably his most memorable work. And then Bad was next at 1987. 1991, Dangerous, History, 1995, and Invincible, 2001. Michael Jackson, dead at the age of. Let's continue. Dominic, thanks for calling. Garrard McClendon Live. What's your comment, Dominic?
Yes, me and my family love Michael Jackson. I'm young, but I didn't grow up around his music because of my older siblings and stuff. And I just wanted to send out my condolences and let him and his family know I love him.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your call.
I love you.
Thank you. Thank you for your call. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. Let's continue on Garrard McClendon Live. Mike Jackson has passed away today, June 25th, 2009. The pop star was having complications of cardiac arrest, passing away earlier today. UCLA Medical Center, there's a crowd gathered there in disbelief. Somewhat of a visual of sorts. There are media gathering around as well as fans of Michael Jackson. Of course, people have been known to tease Michael Jackson for his illnesses, having a hyperbaric chamber, wanting to live forever. Of course, all the Peter Pan references as well as the plastic surgery and the legal complications, but we remember him for his music. And there's very few people that can deny knowing Michael Jackson song. And so today we mourn the death of Michael Joseph Jackson. From the Chicago Defender, I've got Earl Calloway on the line. Mr. Calloway, how are you this evening?
Well, I feel very sad, of course, because one of America's great young artists died of a heart attack today.
Yeah. You know, the Chicago Defender, of course, one of the hallmarks of African-American newspapers in the States and in the world, has always covered luminaries and celebrities throughout the years. And I noticed that the coverage of the Defender of Michael Jackson has always been honest and good coverage. What does this mean to the world, a pop star this big passing away, Mr. Calloway?
Well, they're all very, very sad that he didn't live and do what he could have done because of the many things that took place in his life.
Right.
But we remember him from a very, very young child in Gary, Indiana, and how he started and how he sang beautifully.
Yes.
And not only did he sing beautifully, but he interpreted those songs. And he was a very, very brilliant young man.
You know, that's interesting that you would say that, because as a young boy, Michael Jackson basically was singing and dancing as if he was a grown man. I mean, Sam Cooke, James Brown, Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder. Michael Jackson was a hallmark even as a child. Would you agree, Mr. Calloway?
I agree. I agree. And he was actually a very, very wonderful vintage to his whole family.
Yes.
To the Jacksons and the Jacksons 5.
Yes.
He was a very tremendous individual.
Yes. Earl Calloway, Chicago Defender, thank you for joining us, sir, on Garrard McClendon Live tonight.
You're quite welcome.
All right, we appreciate you. You know, Mr. Calloway brought up some very good points. You know, when you're looking at a man born in 1958, 1966 is when the Jackson 5 was really working out hard. So Michael's 9 years old at the time. They get the big record deal 2 years later, and here you have an 11-year-old who is basically carrying the weight not only of the family and of the Jackson 5, but of an entire record company, Motown Records. We mourn the death of Michael Joseph Jackson tonight. King of Pop on Garrard McClendon Live. Stay with us. You can give me a call, 630-575-TALK. Michael Jackson has left the building. He's taken his last. We mourn the death of Michael Jackson. We'll be back in 2 minutes. I've got Patricia, Andrew, and Ronald. Okay. Okay. Steve, got to give it.
I think everyone was excited for his comeback tour and really excited for him.
No, and that's what I heard from him.
Nobody believed him, of course, but because they're TMZ. But they broke it.
I mean, they're waiting on anything. So,
Oh yeah.
They're gonna get those stories.
TMZ's gonna follow you and I around. You know, Gerard, Steve, say something. Nothing stupid, Gerard and Steve. You know. Yeah. Come on, iPod, please, please, battery. Come on, battery.
I think everyone was excited for his comeback tour and really excited for him to get back on track. So it's really just sad. I think a lot of people grew up with him. So it was like one of people's first albums. I remembered music as a child, and it's just definitely shocking news.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked at first. He's one of those people you just don't expect to die. You know, it's like you think they'll live forever, but when I heard, I was a big fan of him, big fan. So it's pretty sad.
That's kind of unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
I mean, he was a big pop star. I mean, very talented. He had a lot of rough times ahead, but I mean, he's an icon through the world. But
Definitely for our generation.
Yeah, that's shocking.
I'm sad. I can't believe it. We were in the Nike store and they told us. I was just playing his #1 CD this morning on the way to work. I'm just shocked.
Ready or not, you can't hide. I'm gonna find you. Michael Jackson, pop star, dead at the age of 50 years old. Let me go to Patricia. Patricia, thanks for calling Garrard McClendon Live. Patricia, what's your comment?
Welcome. It's a pleasure to speak with you, Gerard. I am a senior citizen, and my kid grew up with him. I have two daughters, 47 and 49. My granddaughter, who is like 25, called me and gave me this news, and I was so shocked. Been out all day. I was off from work, and I usually am old school. I play tapes, little cassette tapes in my band.
Yes.
And when I record, I do a lot of recording. I'm blues, I'm jazz, and I do hip hop and all that. But Michael Jackson was one of the top artists that I would record most of the time when I could catch it on the radio.
Yeah.
I am so saddened. I remember this one time my sister took my daughters, I believe it was in 72, maybe, here in Chicago. I believe it was at the amphitheater, and it was so crowded and was such a mess.
Yeah.
And I think he made a statement that he really didn't want to come back to Chicago again, and I don't believe he'd been back here.
Wow. Wow.
And it was just so sad. I still feel very sad. You know how you get the sad feeling inside like nausea?
Yes. Yes.
Because of this young man that's passed away.
Yes.
And he's going to be sadly missed.
Oh, yeah. Patricia, thank you so much for calling GML. You know, we appreciate the music of Michael Jackson. I've seen Michael Jackson on several occasions. My brothers would take me to see Michael when I was a child. The last time I saw Michael was a few years ago in concert, I believe late 90s, and saw the Victory Tour. You know, it's just really sad to see a gentleman like this take the last bow, a superstar, a luminary, that being Michael Jackson, dead at the age of 50. We'll continue with more McClendon Live after the break. Michael Jackson, born and raised, Gary, Indiana, born 1958, dead June 25th, 2009. We'll be back shortly. Yes, sir. Okay. Joe Soto and Ramonski Love.
Hey, Gerard, what's going on, brother?
All right. We're going to be up in about a minute. I've got a minute and a half. I got a few Michael Jackson questions for you guys, all right?
Okay, you got it.
All right.
Can you hear us clearly?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. 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 Welcome back to Garrard McClendon Live. We're mourning the death of Mr. Michael Jackson, born 1958, born and raised Gary, Indiana. The pop star is dead on this. We want to go to some radio luminaries, Joe Soto and Ramonski Love. Gentlemen, thanks for calling Garrard McClendon Live. Let me go to Joe Soto first. Joe Soto, what does this day mean to you?
Well, we've been talking about it for a couple hours here on the air here at B103, Jerry, and Ski and I are big Michael Jackson fans. Of course, the world, I think, is big Jackson fans, Michael Jackson fans. So, Gerard, we got to reminisce. It was Elvis Presley, that was a big day. John Lennon, that was a big day. I think this may surpass that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a worldly moment. You always remember June 25th, 2009.
Wow, absolutely. You know, Ramonski, talk to me, man. When it comes to being a DJ or radio luminary, if you ever lose sight of what song you should play next, you can always go to a Michael song.
You know what? We in here like, you lose by playing any of his songs. His songs just exude love, humanitarian, you know, that was what he's all about. So we as individuals who are still here need to take a small page from Michael Jackson's notebook.
Yeah. You know what, gentlemen, it's interesting because one thing to be able to sing and dance, it's another thing to not be able to sing and dance as well as the big luminaries. I mean, Michael Jackson has done dances that are very difficult to duplicate, and his singing style has been very difficult to duplicate as well. What does that mean to current entertainers in the industry?
We don't want to take anything away from the current people. Jackson is from our generation. We remember the moonwalk. We remember the robot. I mean, these were very intricate and dances to do. So I don't think a lot of the entertainers today could ever duplicate that. And Michael was kind of an original guy, too. I know he borrowed from guys like Jackie Wilson and folks like that, but I tell you what, he was our hero. He was from our generation, and it's going to be hard to replace Michael Jackson. In fact, he will never be replaced.
You know what, gentlemen? I got to ask you this before you. Let me go to Ramonski first. Favorite Michael Jackson song, quickly.
Oh, Gerard, how can you do that to us, man? You know what? I'm from 26th Street, and we always had a lot of mice in the alley. I'm going to go with Ben.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, my thing is very simple. ABC is easy as
1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, Joe Soto, Ramonski Love. Hey, thanks for being on Garrard McClendon Live. We appreciate you.
Real show.
All right. Take care now. Joseph Jackson, King of Pop, is dead on this day, June 25th, 2009. We mourn the pop star's death. A luminary has passed away. Gary, Indiana's first son, Michael Jackson, is dead. UCLA Medical Center, there's plenty gathering around in a vigil, as well as 2300 Jackson Street in Gary, Indiana. People are saddened by this day. You can go to my blog and read about Michael Jackson, cltv.com/GML. Plenty of comments on the blog. You can post your comments as well. You can also hit the Garrard McClendon Live V-Line tonight, 630-574-3232. Give me your comments on Michael Jackson. What did he mean to you? Give me your comments on your favorite Michael Jackson songs. Garrard McClendon Live. Hey, keep your head up and always be encouraged.
Do 10, 5, 4,